Part 1. How to optimize the meta description tag for Google and other search engines. Introduction. What does Google use snippets or the meta description tag for? Some people get confused about where Google gets its information from for the search engine results pages. People generally assume the summary is from the meta description tag, but this is not always the case. Let's examine first how a web page appears in the search results. There are 3 important parts to the Google listing that you ought to remember: title of the web page, description, and URL. If you want to rank high on the search engine results pages, these 3 parts must be optimized and should all contain your keywords. I will be discussing how to optimize the title and URL in later videos, but for now let's just focus on the web page description. Google and other search engines display a website description so that internet searchers will know something about the web page before they click on it. Google looks at your meta description tag, and if it finds the information there relevant to your web page, it will use that text. However, it is at Google's discretion as to whether it uses the meta description or makes up a description based on your content. So you need to convince Google that the meta description is relevant. That way you have more control over what appears in the search engine results. Google checks that your meta description is a good summary of your web page before it will use it. Some website owners and spammers will put misleading information into this tag to encourage internet users to click on their web page. A classic example of this is where someone creates a website with a meta description which suggests it's for kids, but then when you visit the website it's full of pornographic material. To get round this, Google will create its own description of the page, which is referred to as a snippet. I did a random search in Google to give you an example of how Google uses snippets. I typed in acne bar, and on page 9 of the results I found this website. When I clicked the source code, there was no meta tag description, so Google had obviously created that summary for that site. Here is what the page actually looked like. As you can see from the image, Google used a snippet because the web page did not have any useful and relevant information within its meta tag description. Like your web page title and keyword choice, your website description is a very important factor in on-page SEO. It can affect your position in the search engine results, as well as a person's inclination to click on it. Remember, you can influence Google on what to put in the web page summary by optimizing your meta description. Watch out for my next video on the best practices in writing a meta description. Remember, you can influence Google on what to put in your web page summary by optimizing your meta description.